Shabbat Shalom, L'chaim, L'chaim. This week's Torah portion is Bereshit. We're starting the whole Torah again. And Rabbi Y.Y. Jacobson has a brilliant teaching. He says that the 5 books of the Torah are actually divided by different themes. So the book of Bereshit speaks about relationships. You know, it's the first time we see a husband and wife interact, Adam and Chava. It's also parents and children, different relationships, brothers, etc. Then there's the book of Bamidbar, which also speaks about power dynamics. So that's a different theme, a different way people relate to power dynamics. That's Pharaoh and Moshe, HaShem and all the people, Moshe and the Jewish people, and so on for each of the books. Now, Rabbi Y.Y. Jacobson brings out a very brilliant point. He says that Adam and Chava were created back to back. That's what it says in the Midrash, that they were created back to back, and then Hashem separated them. And why does it do that? Why does Hashem create them back to back and then separate them? Why not just create them separate to start with? The reason is so that when Adam would look at Chava, he would look at her and say, "You and I are one. We have always been one. We always will be one." And this is the idea that Rabbi Y.Y. Jacobson wanted to bring out. He was saying that in a relationship, especially between a husband and a wife, there's sometimes arguments that come up. And these arguments can really be divisive, but the whole point should be to come to one conclusion, one compromise, one step forward that both people agree on. And this, as we know, is a microcosm of how Hashem relates to the Jewish people. As the sages say, that Hashem is compared to a chatan, the husband, and the Jewish people are compared to a kala, to the wife. And what's beautiful is that it says in Bereshit, why does Hashem create Chava? Because it's not good for man to be alone. And just like it's not good for man to be alone, so too with Hashem. Hashem was alone, is alone, and always will be alone. So why did he create the Jewish people? Because it's not good for him to be alone. And so he created us in a way that we're so far away, so far removed from him, that it seems as though we're separate from him. It seems that there's so much space between us and him, that you even have atheists in the world who don't believe there is a God. Not even the idolaters of the past generations believed that kind of philosophy. And this is what Hashem wants us to realize. That when we look at our spouse, when we look at our family or people around us, and even when we look at Hashem, we should realize that even though there is space between us, we are one. We were always created, and we always will be created together. And this is the pinnacle, this is the starting theme that Hashem wants us to take with us as we move now forward through the rest of the books of the Torah. So, B'ezrat Hashem, with Hashem's help and blessings, we should merit to always look at each other as one, and to keep this with us as we go into this coming year and this coming cycle. Shabbat Shalom.